Flosstube. It's Jamie. Welcome back to my channel. It has only been a couple days since I uploaded a video, so this is new for me. But it is Tuesday, June 20th, or June 19th. It's Tuesday. I think it's the 20th. I thought I would come on this morning because I have time and I have everything laid out to do a StitchCon update. So in my last video, I was getting ready to go into StitchCon and I was showing you everything that I had brought to work on and kind of a little bit of my plans. You know, my plans are always loose. And so basically I only worked on one project the whole weekend and I will show you that. But I want to go through some of the things I got, some of the things I experienced, and just a quick recap. I also haven't done a regular Flosstube video in quite some time. So I have my tote over here that I call my Flosstube tote, that when I finish something I usually throw it in there. So I thought I'd go through that too today, and my plans for kind of the rest of the month and for July, because I really want to do some Christmas and July stitching. So we'll see how that goes. But let's start with StitchCon. So I told you that on Thursday morning I was getting ready. I checked out of my hotel. I stayed at a Holiday Inn Wednesday night. I did go and get some breakfast and the nerves kicked in, and I was really nervous about walking in. I knew I didn't want to go over to the convention center and stand in line. So I went and had a leisurely breakfast and just kind of took my time getting over to the convention center. And then I sat in the parking lot for a good 10 minutes working up the nerve to go in. But then I finally went inside. I was greeted with Pam. Steph had already gone off to do something else, but Pam was there giving out our StitchCon bags. These were the bags we got this year, with our name tags and just the other information about the weekend. I'll go through what I have thrown in this bag in a second. But then it was time to go into the big room and find a table. So I kind of wandered around for a minute and looked for an empty spot, and I came to a table where there were 3 ladies sitting. It ended up being Pam, her sister Lisa, and Lisa's daughter Zoe, who were all there. And can I tell you that these women are fantastic. They are, I'm happy to call them my friends now. And I know that yesterday Pam was texting me, asking me, you know, making sure I got home, and it's just wonderful. They're wonderful ladies. They're all from Florida. Zoe's a college student, and then Pam and Lisa are in Tallahassee, and then I can't remember what city Pam lives in, but it's farther south in Florida. But they are great, and more about them. So I sat and talked to them for a little while and pulled out my stitching, and then eventually another lady walked by, Teresa, who is from Phoenix. She was looking for a spot to sit, and I invited her to our table. And she sat down, and another wonderful lady that I'm happy to call my friend. And finally so what is that? That's 5 people. The 6th person to sit at our table was Lori, who from Pennsylvania. Again, happy to call her another friend. So it was great. A wonderful group of ladies. We were table 47, and I'm really happy I sat there. And I say that I know last year I sat with a group of ladies who were equally wonderful. I did not see them there this year. I did see one. I believe her name is Margaret, was there, but she was already set up at another table. And I know a couple of the others came to weekend A. I was at StitchCon weekend B, so I missed seeing them, which is unfortunate, but we'll see how, maybe I'll see them again in the future. But, and then, so this is my third StitchCon. So then my first StitchCon, I only saw Joni there this time. And again, she had already set up at another table, so. There's something about StitchCon that you're in this room with 300 people. Yes, walking in, even for me, this being my third time, is still overwhelming. But by the end of the first day, you've made new friends, and there's just something about the atmosphere in that room that is just calming and just puts you in a good mood. You can't help but be in a good mood at StitchCon, I don't think. So it is exactly what I needed for the weekend. It's exactly what I needed in life right now, is just to have that break and meet these wonderful people and just have a great time. So let me go through this bag. There's a lot of little things in here, so it's going to take me a minute. First of all, Pam she has a website. Let me see if I can find her. She does 3D printing, and she is making some floss drops and some bag tags. Let's see if they're great design. But here is her information. You can read that. She has an Etsy store, which is Wilson 3D Designs. So definitely go check her out. These are great floss tags, and I know she's got a bunch of other stuff. She's also designing. And here's two of her designs. This one. And sorry, got a little bit of glare. They're really cute and fun. But go check her out, please. Cross Stitch Magazine was at StitchCon this year. They were trying to get feedback. I missed their presentation because I wasn't paying attention to the time. But everybody got a Cross Stitch Magazine. The one I got. This is the June 2023 issue. Right? Yeah. Okay. A little passport with all the information. I took one thing from sort of the freebie table. So Teresa brought her freebies in and let the table look at them before she took them over to the table. And this is the one that I took from her. I don't think I have this pattern. So I grabbed it. There was another lady walking around who is Fad Needlework, Far and Away Designs. So it's fadneedlework.com. And she was handing out this free pattern to everybody. And then, so a bunch of this stuff, I don't know where it came from. It seems like every time I got up and came back, there was new stuff on my table. So this was in the StitchCon bag. It's a little Ohio coaster. And then this thing, which had to be explained to me, is a glass cleaner. So I didn't know what it was. And then I'm just going to show you this stuff quickly. A little notebook from Bummy Stitches. I don't know if I'm saying that right. These are from the Southern Yankee Stitchers, some little note cards. A bunch of floss drops from different people. I'll go through these real quick. Crafted Kara. Oh, it's not gonna focus. It's trying to focus on my head. Okay, you get the idea. Stitching in My Pajamas. Come on, focus. It's trying to focus on my face. I don't know. Stitching with Grammy. I think Stitching with Grammy is gonna have a retreat, I want to say in Minnesota. Go check out her page. I think she's probably got information on it. I want to say it's in September, and I'm already signed up for a retreat in September, so I won't be going to that one, but it sounds like it's a good price. And if you're in the area, you should definitely look it up. Andrea Caffey. Those are beautiful. Here's my badge, and I got this little pin somebody gave me. Sorry, I don't remember who gave me that. And then, what else is in here? Sweet Ring Studio was giving little seed packets. She was there, and I found out that she lives in Georgia. So hopefully I will get to stitch with her one day soon. I love her designs. Tiffers World, a sticker. Some more floss drops. I don't need to go through all these, I don't think. Here's a needle minder from Snickerdoodle Stitch. Bobo Jessie Stitches. Cute little puppies. I don't know. Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. Little project tag. I'm telling you, I would leave and all this stuff would just be on my chair. Here's a needle minder from Michelle Quilts. Focus. This is a bag of little project tags. I don't know who it came from. There was no name in here. But it's got some buttons and just some little, those little handmade tags. There was a basket of charms floating around where you could kind of take what you wanted. So I took some charms. They're not going to focus. I ended up with a couple of these brushes. They're like the little mascara brushes that you use when you have to frog. Disorderly Stitcher. Boss Stitchers were giving out little vials of beads. And there was a prize for somebody if they found a bead. I don't know if anybody ever won that. These were really cute. These are from Stitching with Binks. She has all these floss drops made up with her cat's picture on them. I'm almost at the end. I think QB was handing out these stickers. And then this is the little take home. So Keepsakes gives out a little project tag. It is not going to focus. I need something to put behind it. This is a little fun. Just a little ring. It's got a little bicycle. The theme of StitchCon this year was vintage bicycle. Sue Hillis had designed a cute chart, which I didn't purchase, but I'm sure you'll see it if you watched any of these StitchCon recaps or if you were there. A little black cat for their shop kitty, and then a 2023 charm. Let me put all these back in this bag. Okay, so those were all the little goodies that kept showing up at my table. I showed you in my last video the piece that I had made for the gift exchange. Here's what I got. So I picked up this bag because of the feathers on it. I was like, well, it's got to be bird themed. And I was right. Give me a sec to pull some of this stuff out. Card. So there's a bunch of little goodies in here. So some note cards, some needles, just a bunch of little goodies. Just open and pull the card out. So mine came from Debbie Norgrady. She included some beautiful color and cotton threads, a journal, a bunch of other little things, some candies, which I will open up and eat later. And then this was, oops, I lost a feather, the stitched piece. She said what this was. This is Robin on an Egg by Bent Creek Designs. She finished it in this cute little wood frame. The feathers, she said, are feathers from her daughter's chickens. So really cute. I love it. I was very pleased with it. All the things on the exchange table where I didn't see anything that I would have been disappointed in getting. They were all fantastic. So that's the exchange. And then this year, I was the lucky recipient of one of the door prizes. So here's my basket. I won. This one was put together by Linny, who's one of the keepsake staff. And it's a Cincinnati theme. So it included some cookies from the Firecracker Bakery, which I guess are popular around Cincinnati. A Cincinnati guidebook. So when I go back to StitchCon next year, I'll have to look up some of this stuff. Cincinnati coffee mug. The building is really pretty. I don't know where it is in Cincinnati. I'll have to look it up. Playing cards. And this pattern from Pedal Pusher. So apparently Cincinnati has a flying pig theme to it. I don't fully understand that story, but if you're familiar with Cincinnati, you probably know. And then it came with all the called for DMC. So really fun. I never win anything, so that was a surprise and really nice. Okay, now, so I showed you in my last video that I stitched on, I took 7 projects, probably closer to 10 projects, because I had 7 that I showed you, and then there were a couple more in my car that I didn't show. I ended up stitching on one thing all weekend, which was the Scarlet House Try to Mark Well. I was stitching this on a 40 count color and cotton Florence with the called for 103 silks. And I didn't finish it StitchCon, but when I got home Sunday night, I finished it. So here it is. It's really cute. That tomato took me 2 days to fill in. Probably because I was at StitchCon and not completely focused on it. But I love this stitch. So the Try to Mark Well. It's like a back stitch. And then I changed the name. So the pattern is Elizabeth Blanche Gold at the bottom. And I converted that to be my name. So Jamie Lee Richardson is my full name. So I think it's beautiful, and I'm gonna get a little frame for it, and I'm gonna start a new wall out in my living room to put those things. So did I mention my table mates were a fantastic group of people? And at one point we were talking after the annex had opened. So if you've been to StitchCon, or if you're familiar, Keepsakes is the local needlework store, which I went to and did some shopping. But then on top of Keepsakes, Barb, the owner of Keepsakes, opens what she calls the annex, which is in a room next to the stitching room at the convention center. She brings in trunk shows. I think she said she had 20 or 24 trunk shows this year. So various designers and makers send over their models and charts. There was fabric, there was thread, there was a bunch of wonderful things over there that you can shop right next to where you're stitching, which is wonderful and horrible all at the same time, because it's really easy to go over there and just pick things up and buy them, which, you know, I have no self-control, so that's what we did. But Pam, one of the ladies at my table, we were talking and about the JBW. They had a trunk show there, and I was like, well, I love their stitching in the round one. Of course, she went over there and she bought me the pattern. So this is from JBW Designs, Stitching in the Round. And then I think everybody at our table bought a round, and we all tried to start them at StitchCon. So this is my StitchCon start. This is all I got done. Just a little pair of scissors. So this is some fabric that I bought. This is from Grace Notes Fabric. This is 25 count Lugana in the colorway Reese. It's a really pretty blue, which is hopefully showing up. It looks more gray on my camera, but it's more blue in person. And then Almond M&M's had her silks, a silks trunk show, and I went and picked out 2 colors to stitch this design in. So those are the blues. So I think it'll be pretty, and I want to keep working on this, but I wanted to finish my Scarlet House piece first. Okay, now it's time for some stash enhancements that I got while I was in Cincinnati. First of all, I went to Keepsakes and I picked up a few charts. This is from Little House Needleworks. This is the birdhouse alphabet. Of course, they had the model on the wall, which is what made me want this. And then in the corner of Keepsakes, there is a Sue Hillis corner. Don't knock my camera over. Charlie's coming in. And I've seen these before, but for some reason they really caught my eye this year. And I think it's because I've been trying to find some things that I maybe want to stitch up to hang at my wall, on my wall at work. And I ended up getting some pirate pieces. So this one is why work when you can village and plunder? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of booty. It just cracked me up and I just had to have it. And piracy, a viable career option. So these all, I think they all come on the, this two do not. The one comes with a charm. Can I do this without showing the pattern? There's a little pirate chest. But I thought they were really cute, and so I bought them. I got a sheet of keepsake stickers for my journal. And this is the 25 year anniversary of keepsakes, and I decided I needed to have one of their tote bags. And then as I was walking out, feeling pretty good that I hadn't overspent at keepsakes, I walked into the fabric room and I ended up getting 3 pieces of fabric. So I got, this is a 32 count linen from Fortnite Fabrics, Exquisite. It's a really pretty gray. And then I couldn't walk past this purple. It's Atomic Ranch Ravana. This is a 40 count linen. It's just so pretty. And then they had this 40 count for doll from Grace Notes Fibers. This is Swiss Mocha. This fabric is luscious. It's more pink in person than I think it's showing up, but it's pretty earthy and it's got a lot of pink tones to it, and I just thought it was beautiful. So that's what I bought at Keepsakes. And then of course I went into the annex. I bought way too many almond M&M silks. If there's such a thing as way too many. But I just couldn't decide, and I ended up getting a whole bunch of colors. I'll just kind of spin this. But they're beautiful. And I don't have any almond silks, and I'm trying to increase my silk collection, so that's how I'm justifying the purchase. Just go with it. I bought a couple pieces of fabric. Another Grace Notes 40 count Verdal. This is Evan. It's a really pretty light blue. It looks gray on screen, but it's beautiful, and it's Verdal, so it's super soft and yummy. And then I want to stitch the Stitching in the Housewives Strawberry Jam pattern. So I've ordered, if you've seen it, they finish it on a little cutout of a strawberry jam jar. And I've purchased that jam jar. So I need to get the pattern, but I want to stitch it on pink. And so I got a couple of options. I got a 32 count linen from Atomic Ranch in blush. So there's this one. It's darker pink in real life. I don't know why my coloring's off in this light. And then I got, this is a 28 count Lugana in almond milk from Grace Notes Fiber. Again, it's more pink. It's showing up kind of orangey and earthy. But one of those I want to use to stitch up that Stitching with the Housewives pattern. And then I couldn't resist buying more patterns because, you know, the models. The blue flower was one of the trunk shows, and I picked up Magpie and the Moon. It's a sweet little bird. pedal pusher was also a trunk show, and I picked up Green Energy. So who doesn't love a good plant? And this, she had the model there. This is Harper's Forest. The picture does not do it justice. It is so pretty. So I want to kit this up and start this soon. So, and then Sweet Wing Studio also had a trunk show, and I picked up Love Thy Neighbor, the little kitty and the puppy, and Freebird. Just really cute. And then, you know, they always do a service project, and finally a farm girl had donated these charts where all the proceeds were going to the service project. And this is Matilda Drives the Stitchy Bus. So first of all, it's an adorable pattern, and it goes to a good cause. So, you know, I had to buy that. And then I bought a couple Jeanette Douglases. This is Vintage Flowers too, because the model was there, and it's beautiful. And then I've been looking at this pattern since Market, and I saw it and had to have it. This is Tapestry of Stitches. So I'm hoping I can use some of those Almond M&M silks in this. Otherwise, I don't know that I'm gonna do the called for silks, but because they had a silk stock there, but it was a little bit pricey, and I decided I would see what I have in my stash and then enhance from there. So that was my first trip into the annex, and was gonna be my last. I really wasn't gonna go back in there, but then one of the wonderful women from our table went out and bought everybody a keepsakes gift card. She didn't have to do that. It was really wonderful and super sweet, and of course it prompted me to go back into the annex to spend it, and I ended up getting a few more charts. I got Doggies in the Round from JBW, Bunnies in the Round, and Halloween in the Round. And then from Heart and Hand, I got Tom the Turkey Sampler. And then I got a couple more pieces of fabric. This is a 28 count Moonstone from Atomic Ranch. And I'm hoping that this will work for the new Country Cottage needlework patterns. They're doing a beach boardwalk, which is a new series, I think, coming out later this month that I've already pre-ordered. And so this is a really pretty blue that I'm hoping will work for those. And then while I was digging through the fabric, I found this. This is Atomic Ranch Fox. It's a 28 count Lugana. It's so pretty. And I was thinking that this Halloween in the Round with the black Almond M&M silk on this would be beautiful. So those are my current plans with this piece of fabric. So those are all my enhancements from StitchCon. It was a lot. It was more than I had intended to buy, but not as bad as it could have been, because I walked away from a few things that I kind of wanted, but I knew I didn't need right now. So then when I got home on Sunday, my newest Silver Needle kit, so I'm in the Silver Needle Circle of Friends Club, and This is the newest one that came out. I gotta admit, I don't love it. So this is from Renda Keys. This is the, I don't know what, I guess it's the Blue Bore In. So the Silver Needle said that it's not really what they had intended when they asked her to make something. And so they've kitted it up to do Home Sweet Home, just a little pillow. So they've included in the kit just enough stuff to do this little pillow, which I think I liked better than the full-blown sampler, but still not entirely in love with it. So we'll see if that gets stitched. But I love this. Hopefully you can see, it'll focus. It's a needle minder that they included in the kit. It's handmade silver with a little needle on it. Focus. It's trying to focus. It's really pretty. It's a beautiful needle minder. But that's StitchCon. Sorry, I bumped my phone. It's great. I fully intend, if I can get in next year to Weekend B, I will be going back again to Weekend B next year. So, and my lovely table mates and I, hopefully they'll all get into Weekend B, and we've planned to sit together again. And we're gonna do an ornament exchange. We drew names, and we're gonna, in early December, send ornaments to each other. So it's fun. I've made friends, and it's just, I love StitchCon. So I fully intend to go back next year. All right, let's look at my Flosstube tab. Okay, so as I've said in previous videos, I am stitching from Hands On Design the Hello There series this year. I was doing one a month. I'm ahead. So I have stitched through July, and I have started August. So here's my start on August. It's about time for me to pull this back out and start working on it again. And then I'm just gonna flip through these. So here's July. I'm using the Called For Everything. This is a 32 count white Lugana, Called For DMC, and then the button packs. There's July. I don't know which ones I've shown, so I'm just gonna show whatever's in this tab. There's April. There's March. There's June. They're clearly not in order. And May. So they're not in order and they have not been completed, but the stitching's done. Okay, and then back in March, I did an exchange with, I'm gonna get this wrong. It's Stacy S. Stitches. I think there's a Facebook group that it's the Smalls Exchange, where they do an exchange every quarter. I stitched up the Hands On Design Hello Spring and finished it as a little pattern. I think I filmed a video when I was packing that up, so if I can find that, I will insert it at the end. But I got my exchange gift, and my partner included this beautiful project bag, scissor fob, here's the back, and then she threw in some charts, Plum Straight Cotton Bird, which I think I have this one, but Plum Street, the Blackberry Tart, and the Trilogy Spring lineup. So I'm guessing this picture doesn't do this pattern justice, that it's probably way cuter in person. but we'll see if I get that stitched up. And then the exchange piece I got was from Satsuma Street, the bird. So super cute. She finished it in this cute little frame, and I was very happy with that. I did not sign up for the summer exchange because I didn't think I'd have time to stitch, and I think that's probably a good plan. I don't know that I've showed this. This is Stitching with the Housewives, one of their bunnies that came out probably in March or April. I finished, these have been sitting in this box for a while. This is the broad-billed hummingbird from Lindy Stitches. This is our Bird Crush Club. I'm finishing all of these in these hoops from Modern Hoopla. So the back is a mess, but you just put it in the elastic and you've got an FFO. Super easy. I don't know what that is. I took an embroidery class back in March from, I can't remember the name of the lady. I think it's the Clever Clove. That sounds correct. But this was the pattern that we stitched up. So she taught you how to do some lazy daisies, back stitching, and French knots. Then my little sister has started stitching. She's started doing some embroidery. I don't think she's tried cross stitch yet, but she made me this. It's not perfect, but it's really cute. So I'm going to share that because it's adorable and she made it for me. And then the only other thing in here is I stitched up from Blackbird Designs. This was in my garden. So I think this was another silver needle kit that came out last year. This cute little drum. This pattern is in one of their books. I have the book, but I can't tell you what it is right now. If you really want to know, message me and I will dig that up. But here is my finish. So this was going to be my StitchCon exchange piece. I bought the material to stitch this again, and then I decided it was too much work and too big for an exchange. So I decided I'm going to keep it and I need something else for my exchange gift. But though that's everything that was in here. So all I have left on my table are some plans. So for the remainder of June, I am participating in summer camp from Colorado Cross Stitcher, and my June project was from Heart and Hand, the Cuckoo Bird Sampler. I'm stitching this 46 count Atomic Ranch. I don't know the color, but here's my current progress. I was working on the bird last night, so I'm not far from a finish on this. I really just have the bird, this to the side, and then the stuff on the bottom. So I think that I can get this finished by the end of June. I'm stitching that with the called for Weeks Dye Works bark. And then I've also been working on Little Liberties from Little Robin Design. And I want to keep stitching on these in June. So after I finish Cuckoo Bird, I'm going to pick this back up. I'm stitching it with the called for threads on the called for fabric, which is 40 count Fiber on a Whim Cream and Sugar. And this is my current progress on Justice. So this border's no joke, but I'm I'm almost done with it, and then I think the center part will probably stitch up pretty quick. So it'll be tiny. There'll be small little pillows, but I want to finish those in June. And then come the 1st of July, I want to do some Christmas in July stitching, and I also want to make some more progress on my journey piece. So my journey project is the Blackbird Designs seasons. So I have autumn and winter left. Here's what they're all gonna look like. I'm doing them all as one. And here is my current. This is super wrinkly, so excuse that. But I finished summer, and I've started autumn. I'd really like to get that done before the 1st of August. I have to get this done by November, so I really need to make some progress on this. I had been doing really well about stitching on this every Sunday, and then I got distracted and I need to get back to it. So that's my plan. And then for Christmas in July, because I want to do the Country Cottage Needleworks Beach Boardwalk, I decided that I really need to finish my Farmhouse Christmas. So I have 3 charts left in this series. Sorry. This one. She's out there, so we'll just let her, she should stop barking in a minute. Those are the 3 I have left. And here is where I am on this. So I finished the first 6 blocks and a good chunk of the border. This is a 32 count, I want to say mocha linen, and I'm using all the called for threads. So I really need to pick this up. If I would just pick it up and focus on it, I could be done with it already. But keeping focus is a problem. Some other options for Christmas in July. I don't need to give myself more options. I should just keep working on that, but squirrel. This is With a Needle and Thread, Good Joy and Good Cheer. I had purchased the conversion kit from Katie Strachan Embroidery. I think this is a 38 count. I don't know what the linen, but I had started this. And she had converted everything to 103 silks. So I had purchased the silk pack from her. So it's on my to-do list because I made that purchase. So I think I'll do Farmhouse Christmas and then see where we go from there. I also have signed up to do Luminous Fiber Arts is starting a Christmas sale in July, and I've purchased the kit from her, and that I think starts up July 1st. So there's a lot of options in July on what to stitch. So we'll see where the wind takes me. But I think that's it. I think I probably need to get to work. And I hope you enjoyed. I just want to throw another plug in there that if you haven't been to StitchCon, or maybe you went one year and haven't been again, I fully encourage you to try to get in next year. My preference is going to be weekend B, but I think either weekend you would have a wonderful experience, and hopefully I'll see you there or at another retreat or stitch gathering someday. Otherwise, come back here, say hi. I'm gonna try to do more frequent updates. I seem to have a hard time finding the time and sitting down and updating y'all, but I'm gonna try to do better. And until next time, Be well and happy stitching, everyone. Bye. So I'm packaging up the items for my spring exchange, and I just wanted to show you really quickly what I made before I send those away. So I stitched up Hands-On Design. Let's Talk Spring. This is the small. Super cute. I finished it as a little pillow with this cute bird fabric on the back. And then, sorry, I'm holding my camera so it's a little awkward. I made a little orc container with a matching fabric. I made this cute little butterfly scissor block with this butterflies and mushrooms on top. I made a little spring ornament using a tutorial from Vana. I think it's really cute. I made some spring waxers and some little spring pins that I just stuck on a little needle minder, and then some extra goodies that I'm sticking in the box. But that's my exchange piece.